Hey everyone, it's Onglor. Welcome to the video. Glad to have you here. Today we become Farmerborn, and what I mean by that is we're going to be checking out the DLC for farming that was added with the Anniversary Edition of Skyrim. So we're going to get started. I am east of Rorikstead, and as you can see, as soon as we get to this little area, we're going to be attacked by a ghost, and that's when the quest starts. So let's get things going. I headed inside the house, I went up the stairs, and then as you can see here, there's a journal that we're going to have to read to progress the quest. Now, what we have to go do is find the hidden laboratory within the house. So, naturally, I headed down the stairs, and then I looked to the right, and as you can see on the wall, there is a button to activate. Once you do that, the door in front of us will open. And I'm glad that my companion decided to move out of the way. As you can see here, we found the laboratory, and then something a little bit unexpected happened. There was a ghost that attacked me. So I was like, interesting that this place has a lot of ghosts. So once the ghost was killed again, we have to go over here to the table and read the book. So once you do that, we're going to have to find out what happened to Ren. So in order to do that, once you enter inside, if you look to the right, there will be a room, and then there will be a journal under the bed for us to read. So after reading it, we're going to have to head on over to the old wall, which took me a little while to find. But if you head straight outside the house, a little bit east, you can use these trees as kind of a landmarker. There is 3 of them right here, as you can see. And then once you go past them, there is the well right there. And when you come here, there's going to be a toy sword for you to pick up. And then once you pick that up, you're going to head back inside of the child's room, place the sword, as you can see right there. And then we're going to have to speak to Ren and his family. So that's what we're going to do right now. And then apparently we, let them, or we're going to let them rest in peace. And then after all of our hard work of investigating, this is where everything gets started, the actual farming. So I was on the screen, it said I had to plant some crops. The first thing that came to mind was wheat for some reason. I don't know why, because, now I think about it, you should probably plant something that'll be useful to you. It can be like alchemy supplies, food, anything along those lines. But for some reason, the first thing that came to my mind was wheat and cabbage and even potatoes. Why? I have no clue. So I went around the farm planting everywhere, and I was really hoping that this would be enough. I've been thinking the entire time what other things I could plant, but for right now, this is what it's going to be. And then after we do that, we're going to have to hire Stuart. Just as a side note, in order for this dialogue to pop up, the only way I noticed it would was I had to bring the person I want to make Stuart into the actual farmhouse. That dialogue wouldn't show up anywhere else. Okay, and then as you can see there, we had our Stuart hired some farmhands to get everything going. And there's quite a bit of options here, as you can see. There, we could have purchased a horse, but first we need to build a pen. I was jumping the gun right there. And then we can get livestock, and then some other useful materials or tools for the farmhouse. And then right here, I did like this option because we could actually furnish the house more further. As you can see here, there's a kitchen option, dining room, bedroom. You can even make like a kid's room. You can make an alchemy station, which I'm going to assume was going to be downstairs in the hidden lab, which is kind of nice. So after directing our Stuart to make all these purchases, I went outside to the farmer's workbench, which is located right in front of the house. And as you can see here, there are quite a few things to build. So if you want to do this, make sure to bring some materials with you that are ready to go, because there are a lot of very useful things that you're going to have to build for your farm. Okay, so after I did this, I went back to my Stuart, and I noticed the dialogue was there for, to collect the profit, and it was a whopping 62 gold. So I knew I'd have to increase the profits a lot. And then when I actually looked at the journal, it said, wait a few days. So what I decided to do was actually check out the farm. I toggled off the grass because I have it really high because I like a lot of grass. But since it's turned off, you can get a really good look at the farm. And to be quite honest, I like the way it looks. We have our farm hands out front. We got the blacksmithing station to the left, which is really cool. I like that cage, type of feel. And then we got our tanning rack, our smelter out here. And now that I'm actually able to see where I missed planting without the grass on, I notice I have a lot more places to place things or, plant stuff. And then here's our little beehives, which is really nice to have. I think everything is really well done on this farm and everything is very spacious. So, it's not like you're getting claustrophobic here. Everything's lumped together. You have quite a bit of room to roam on your farm. It's actually quite big. And then over here, we have happy cows and happy chickens. They have a pretty big area for themselves right there, too. So, they have plenty of room to roam. And then we have some goats. I don't know what the goats are for. Maybe they are going to be providing manure of some sort. And then we have our windmill and then the grinder right in front of us where we can make straw or whatever we want. So that's a nice little touch as well. And also here is a stable for our horse and then also the house for our farmhands, which actually looks pretty nice inside. There's 3 beds. So I came back a few days later to check my profits. And then as you can see here, it went up significantly. And my only goal now is to maybe plant more different types of things so I can make more money. Alright, so that's basically the mod. And then once you go downstairs, though, after you collect the gold, there's going to be like the overflow. If you can collect all of it from the pantry, that's just extra stuff from like farming. And you can either gather it up, use it for yourself, or what I like to do is maybe gather up like a bunch of wheat, go sell it. You can make quite a bit of gold that way too. And also if you're doing like a survival playthrough, this would be definitely the place to make yourself some extra money and get yourself some food as well. Alright guys, now that is officially like the end of the mod, and I'm just showing you what the upgrades looks like inside of the house. And I really do enjoy this mod. I recommend if you could, get your hands on it and try it out. I do like it, and I think you will as well. It's also really good for like a survival playthrough to get that extra money and food if needed. Alright, that is the end of the video. I really want to thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time visiting the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. It would definitely mean a lot to me. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care.